What's going on, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about an important topic that has been discussed many times, and it is Brawl Stars dying? That's the question for today. Let's get into it. Those of you who have seen Kairos Time's new video, you will know most of what I'm talking about. But for those who haven't, basically he went over the numbers, and Brawl Stars is at one of its lows in the history of the game. And I think it's just for a combination of things that I'll go over in a minute. But he basically states that if Brawl Stars doesn't come back soon, like start on the uptrend, it'll just go down and eventually be killed. Which is an interesting take, and I feel like that's not really entirely true. We were at this point I don't remember how long ago Gears were released, maybe a year. And everyone kind of stopped playing Brawl Stars after Gears, like even I did. I deleted the game just because Gears were so stupid, and I was like, I'm not doing this. So I deleted the game, and then everyone was like, well, Brawl Stars is gonna die because everyone's leaving. It never died, it just went to a low point. Like, nothing ever happened to, like, kill it. It just went to a low, and then they fixed it, and then people came back to play. That's what happened. And I think people are kind of forgetting that. Like, hey, Gears happened, we were at this same road before, and everything was fine. Like, Brawl Stars came back. It didn't massively jump up like it was, but it did come back. So I think people are over-exaggerating a little bit. Kairos, he's right, but at the same time, I think he's over-exaggerating what's going on in the scene. So there are a few reasons why I think Brawl Stars is at its all-time low, and we'll go over them real quick. So the first reason is Brawl Stars was at its high during the pandemic, and everyone knows about the pandemic, right? Everyone was inside, they had nothing to do, some were working from home, some weren't, so people had more time, and they watched more YouTube and played more video games. That's pretty simple, right? There were good updates around that time, and that's another reason why it could have been higher at the time, but I think the COVID is the main reason, because people just had more time to play, and then obviously it went down, right? You can't stay like that forever, so obviously it's going to come from maybe 100 to 50, and then it did go down to about 30 where we're at now, right? And some updates have brought it back up, like the Star Drop update was one of the best, but other updates have just kind of barely increased it. And what I think Kairos was trying to say is, hey, if we keep going down this path, there aren't going to be many active players. And I agree with that. However, they're not going to kill the game. It's one of the most free-to-play friendly Supercell games there is, and people will eventually come from Clash Royale to play Brawl Stars. I guarantee you, in the next 6 months, we will get a ton of Clash Royale players to come to play Brawl Stars. I almost guarantee it. And I think that Brawl Stars is in a really good spot with these hypercharges. I think they rushed it, like Kairos said, but I think it's still a great idea, and they can tweak it like they did Gears to make it a better idea. And I think that it will get a lot of new players to come to the game like it's intended to. Now, I don't think we'll ever be at that COVID high we were before, or when we went on the Mr. Beast advertising campaign and advertised on a Squid Game video. I mean, that was just insane, right? There were so many players then. But I do feel like it's not dying. Like, it never will go completely down. It just may be on a downtrend for a while. And I feel like the game is in a really good state right now. Like, before hypercharges, everything was pretty much balanced the way it should have been. Like, there wasn't one brawler that was insane, like, no matter what. Like, Cordelius, obviously, for a while. But after that, when they nerfed him, every brawler was pretty much, there wasn't any crazy brawlers. Like, Squeak was probably the best, but even still, he wasn't that good. Like, he was good, but it's not like he was an automatic win or anything. So I feel like the game was in a pretty balanced state, and I feel like hypercharges they make it worse, but they also make the game more fun and entertaining to play. And I think that's what Supercell was going for, and I think they're in a great spot with these hypercharges. I think they could change it a little bit to make them better, but overall, I feel like Supercell's in a great spot, and I think that it will come back on the uptrend. Brawl Stars will get more players from other Supercell games. I don't think they're going to get a lot of outsiders, but I think people that play Clash Royale and Clash of Clans will also play Brawl Stars, because that's where I came from. I used to play Clash back in the day, and then I was like, hey, this Brawl Stars game looks pretty cool, I'll give it a shot, and then I became a Brawl Stars main, basically. So yeah, I just thought I'd explain my perspective on this, because I've been through a couple updates like this. Everyone seems to just kind of be overreacting to the situation. We've been through this before, it'll be back up, don't worry about it. Brawl Stars is fine, they're in a great spot. Anyway, thank y'all for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think about it in the comments. I actually want to hear what y'all have to say. Peace out, homies.